Hello everybody, just want to say thank you again for joining us with Project Thompson. What we're doing with Project Thompson is sitting down with people and organizations in Thompson. We want to focus on the positives of Thompson and what the people have done for the community or what the community has done for the people. We had a great episode with sitting down with Jason Lucas. Once again, thank you very much, Jason. It was a very excellent video. We're going to stick with the name Project Thompson. Just the amount of feedback we've gotten, the love, the encouragement has been absolutely overwhelming. And from the bottom of my heart, I just want to say thank you very much. I do plan on putting out more of these videos. We want to showcase the great things about Thompson, and there's so many great things that I'm not going to be able to make enough videos to showcase them all. So stay tuned. We do have one here with the Juniper Centre, Rachel Templeton, and then we're going to go further and see what else we can drum up. Now the biggest thing is we should start off with what exactly is the Juniper Centre and what does the Juniper Centre do for Thompson?
The Juniper Centre is a non-profit organization that supports adults living with developmental disabilities through our day and residential program.
What are the services that the Juniper Centre provides in Thompson?
Well, we provide programs for the people that we support, whether it's our residential program. We also, at the day program, we have a supportive employment program where the people we support want to go look for a job in the community. We support them with that. We also have individualized programming where if the people we support want to work on some life skills or some dreams, we help support them with that. We also have the ad mail program, which customers will book us to deliver, to fold, prepare, and deliver flyers in all the residential homes and some apartments in town. We operate the city's handy van. They contract us out. We run it between 8:30 and 4:30. The
Juniper Centre, from what I've seen, is not a new thing. How long has the Juniper Centre been operating in Thompson?
Well, it actually has been operating since 1975. I had to do a little bit of history homework. I had to put some phone calls out to Jean Smith. Thankfully, she was able to answer some questions. She had a lot of information for me, and Lisa Reddy. And of course, before Jamie Weller left, he definitely gave me some history lessons on the Juniper Centre. So 1975 is when they existed on 99 Juniper Drive. There was actually 3 mobile homes or 3 trailers that what would have been then Inco donated to the Juniper Centre. It actually started off as a preschool, and I'm sorry if I'm misquoting Eugene, but it started off as a preschool where the people we supported, there was a real need to have a place for the people that we supported to have a role in the community, and their role at that time was assisting the kids in preschool, helping them get to school and helping them, leave from school. So that's how that started. So that was on 99 Juniper Drive. I think ACL definitely had a role in, getting it started. There was some founders, some co-founders that made sure that it happened. They were, definitely the reason why the Juniper Centre came about. Colleen Smook, Marilyn Safronitz, Nadine Rogers, Pat Harmon, were definitely the founders of the Juniper Centre. Then approximately 1989 is when the existing building was built. And this building was built by the community. Of course, there was some funding from the government and there was some fundraisers. Jean had indicated that one of the biggest fundraisers was the bricks. So when you walk into the Juniper Centre and you see those nameplates on the bricks, that's what helped build the Juniper Centre. That some of the funds came from the fundraising of the bricks, selling the bricks. Many of the community, it was built by the Juniper Centre because, the engineer donated their time, the electricians donated their time, the contractors donated their time, and of course, numerous volunteers. Jean's father-in-law from England came here, and he's the one that assembled that brick wall. So
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
I remember the brick wall when I was younger because I think that my parents even had purchased a brick, and it's really awesome in a sense that from where I'm sitting, I'm looking at the Juniper Centre, which is here for the community, for a lot of the special needs that other organizations aren't capable of handling, but the whole premise of it was built by the community.
Exactly, and that's what Jean really emphasized. It was a total community approach, whether it was, the volunteers who helped build it, or, the volunteers who, did the plans and did the contract work for it. It was definitely built she said, if we didn't have the community, it wouldn't exist, so.
That is amazing. It's really good to see this, especially going as far back as it has. And you could kind of see it now. I mean, we've got other organizations that are continuously helping out the Juniper Centre to run their programs and to help fund, which is needed. I mean, Thompson needs it. I believe that the Juniper Centre is offering amazing services to Thompson, which is going to take me into the next couple of questions. One thing is, how many people exactly are involved with the Juniper Centre?
Well, of course, we have our board. And I believe there's 9 people on our board. And we also have the people that we support. We support, it's about 45 people, 45 adults. And then I think we have a staff of about 66.
So with the support aspect of it, what levels are you offering support?
So we have a residential program, which is our largest program where we support people, with their day-to-day lives. And then, of course, the day program, which is run out of the Juniper Centre.
And what exactly is involved with the day program?
The day program, we're pretty busy down here. We have, the supportive employment that I talked about, the handy van, the ad mail program. We also rent the hall. We actually are the distributing center for Cantor's Meats. We also assemble, and a lot of people don't know this, we assemble the extension cords for valet. So those black and yellow cords where they contract us out to assemble the extension cords, and that helps generate income, whether it's for wages for the people that we support or, to upkeep the building.
So after all these years, Eco now being valet is still showing a lot of support.
Yes, they do, yeah.
That is excellent. That's definitely needed. Now this is a question more directly at you, is how important is the Juniper Centre to Thompson?
I think the Juniper Centre is very important because we struggle in the north with resources. So if we can build up the resources to help support the residents and the participants, I think that's really important. They need to have a place where they can go to get help. Because there isn't a lot of places in the north to get help. So
I could totally see that being 100% true. To get help with anything in Northern Manitoba can at times prove challenging. Having the Juniper Centre here for the support that they offer definitely will go a long way in making people feel welcome too. Because you don't want to ostracize anybody or make them feel like they're not part of the community.
Absolutely, and that's what we try and do is, and I don't know if this will lead into another question, but we definitely want, the Juniper Centre is a good, let's say, ground base. Our dream is to, and our goal would be, for the people we support, if everyone wanted to be working in the community, that's what we want to see. That's our hope and dream that, many of the people we support, they can come to the Juniper Centre, just as a home base, but, go to work, at, McDonald's, go to work at Walmart, in places like that.
That's definitely great. It's good to see this. Mm-hmm. I would imagine, especially working with so many people, and I'd imagine, especially with the residential, you're so close to a lot of the people that you work with. How is it, have you developed almost like a family bond with a lot of the people that you've dealt with over the years?
We want to support the residents or participants or the people that we support to get into the community to develop their own relationships of whether it's, re-establishing relationships with their family, getting jobs in the community, sitting on boards, being a part of the church group, those kind of things where we are just, a tool for them to get into the community. That's what we are.
But at the same time too, I mean, when you work with somebody, especially if you've had somebody involved with the program for years, I mean, you do develop the friendships.
Oh, absolutely.
Just as like two people would develop if they were working together, it's very hard to.
Right. Oh, absolutely. We are definitely, the Juniper Centre crew, but we also want them to have their own individual roles. And whether it's, sitting on the Norman North Star board, or, going on a church retreat, or, we want them to be not known from the Juniper Centre. We want them to be known for who they are. Not just, oh, that's the crew from the Juniper Centre. We want them to have their own individual roles.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah, that's what we try to do. I'm going to totally be forthright with you. If I am, say, supporting a person that we support that's in the hospital, or, seeking some kind of resource that they're not getting what they deserve, I'm going to advocate for them like they are my relative, and I say to, maybe it might be the medical staff of, please, what would you do if this was your brother? What would you do if this was your son? Because this is how, we want them to be treated just like everybody else.
How long have you been with the Juniper Centre?
Well, I've kind of come full circle. 22 years ago or so, I worked up at the residential program, and got married, had kids, went to the school division, worked for Safeway for many years, and then came back. Jamie Weller reeled me in to come back to do some casual vacation relief, and then stole me from the school board to come work full time. So I've kind of come full circle.
So you kind of went into the ground level, and now you're in a position where you're basically operating the day-to-day and.
Yeah. I mean, the coach.
The coach, the coach. You're coaching the team.
Yes.
I got a lot of respect for that. I guess working in the field that you do, you probably put a lot more hours than your typical 9-to-5 job. You got to really love what you're doing in order to dedicate that much time into it.
Yeah, our whole staffing complement definitely does go above and beyond, whether it's, volunteering their time to be at the rummage sale, whether it's volunteering their time to, help work any fundraisers, or, just taking that little bit of extra time to, finish up a project or help, a person that we support. Yeah, it is, working for a nonprofit organization and in the field that we work in. Yeah, sometimes you don't get compensated for all the time that you put in, and that's okay, because we wouldn't have it any other way.
With all of that being said, I mean, we've kind of talked a little bit of where the Juniper Centre's been, how it started, what we do right now. Mm-hmm. Where do you see the Juniper Centre going as a whole into the future? And we don't have to go too far in the future, but I'd say, within the next 5 to 10 years, where is the Juniper Centre going to be? Well,
like I talked about earlier, one of our goals is to definitely, many of the people we support do want to have jobs in the community. That would be really important, that they have their role, whether it's, someone who works at Boston Pizza, whether it's someone who works at the Mystery Lake Hotel. We want to have them fulfill their dreams. And, maybe it's someone who wants to work at the arena. And where I see the Juniper Centre going now is, at present, we're not doing catering anymore, but we're still doing hall rental.
Right.
So where I'd like to see is all the people that we support, if they so desire and they want to work in the community or volunteer in the community, we want to help them fulfill their dreams. And, maybe, if the day program didn't exist, where we were always so busy in the community, we didn't need the day program. Yeah.
That's great. And with the volunteering in the community, I know there's, I've had the fortunate pleasure of having somebody who's associated with the Juniper Centre volunteer at my events in the summer, and it's great. It really is. Rachel, it's really good to see the Juniper Centre be a staple in the community. One of the whole aspects of Project Thompson we're trying to get across is we want to emphasize the good that is in Thompson. And last time we sat down with a local artist, it was great. Jason was wonderful. He does so much for the community, and actually I know he's done stuff for the Juniper Centre as well.
Yeah, he has.
And dealing with the Juniper Centre and the amount of lives that the Juniper Centre touches is amazing. It really is. And I'll go ahead and I'll give you all the praise in the world. because it also it holds a place in my heart too. So I just I'll start off by saying thank you very much. I mean,
I don't want to take the credit because it's a whole team approach. We have a very wonderful crew at the Juniper Centre, and we're very fortunate. The staff that we have and the people we support, we have huge hearts, and it takes a whole community to help support the Juniper Centre. We are very fortunate. The community is very generous to us, whether it's when we're doing a fundraiser, whether they just come and donate $1,000 to us. There's many of the businesses. And that's when we really take a look and say, we are lucky to live in Thompson, because we are a very generous community. And whether it's, monetary donations, whether it's just someone who comes out and helps, if we have a flood, you really see, and even just the volunteers, you see how much that, Thompson does care. The community cares. For sure. Absolutely. We're very lucky. I say, boy, that business just loves us. They do anything for us. We'll make a call, and whether it's a contractor, a plumber, or electrician, they are here instantly. Because they probably want to see us continue providing the service that we do. So. And
that's one thing that I've really noticed with Thompson too, with the other organizations that I've been involved with, where we've had people come in from outside of Thompson saying that they can't understand the amount that businesses, individuals, organizations are willing to do for nonprofit organizations such as the Juniper Centre or the stuff that I'm involved with. It's almost foreign to them because they don't get that, and that's one thing that I think Thompson's really unique in having. What are some of the challenges that you've had to overcome in operating the Juniper Centre here?
Well, like any nonprofit organization, funding and not just myself, but I mean, the staff and the people we support, funding is a huge piece. Is there enough funding? Are we, staying on budget? Or, do we have enough money to get this renovation done? So, funding is difficult, finding ways to come up with, either fundraisers or ways to, save money, ways to make money. That's always a challenge as a nonprofit organization. And, we're getting better by putting systems in place, and, we have to be accountable because the government funds us 93%, and, that's the taxpayers' money. So we have to be accountable to make sure, we're using the funding and the funds in the best way possible to support the people that are in our program. That's one challenge is the funding. Another challenge is, staffing, and I think that, I think other businesses in the community, kind of have that challenge too. What do we try and do? Try and make our training better. Try and make the Juniper Centre, a cool place to work. So that's something that we're, always working on. And challenges too would also be educating the community, of, what we are about. So that's why I appreciate doing this segment, because what we're about, and that we're an open door. Come on in if you have any questions. Pick up the phone, call. Like us on Facebook, because you'll see what we're all about on Facebook. But yeah, definitely finding enough staffing is an issue, and the resources. Sometimes the people that we support, if their wheelchair breaks down, we have to order a part from, Winnipeg or Dauphin to repair their wheelchair. So that's a bit of a struggle too. Some of the resources that are available, that's a struggle that we sometimes face.
Overcoming especially the funding challenges have obviously come from the community, because you do have a lot of support. I have seen it.
Yeah, Manitoba Hydro is huge. Ballet is huge. Thompson Playhouse, who puts on a fundraiser. So many. I wish I could have another 3 hours to mention all of our sponsors who have supported us. Be Cheney, who just walks up to us and hands us $1,000 check. Here you go. We have so many wireless solutions, so those are some of the big businesses that. But even anytime we have an event where we have guests come just to come buy all our bread at the craft sale, or we have guests come that. No matter what a fundraising event, they come and buy the ticket, and they're here to support us. So that's big too. Like just having the guests attend our events, our fundraising events, is huge.
And I guess it just goes to show too, and we've said it before, we've talked about it before a little bit, but there is a real backbone to our community that wants to make sure that organizations like the Juniper Centre succeed and have that longevity, we don't want to see something like this dissipate. And I'm going to say, like, the Juniper Centre has done a really good job at getting bigger and better and providing more support.
Well, when we have community members that come up to us and say, hey, can we do a fundraiser for you guys? That's huge. You know, the Fit Fusion fundraiser that Charlene Dysart held and hosted along with Samantha Hebner, I mean, that was huge. You know, Glenn Laycock and Trent Laycock doing the hockey draft. You know, they approached us to do the fundraiser. We didn't have to approach them. And to me, I think that does speak volumes that, you know, they want to help us out. And they think it's small, but it's really a big thing.
Well, everything, absolutely everything.
We appreciate it so much, because then it's just, you know, less time that, say, the staff have to worry about fundraising, and we can concentrate more on the programs.
That's good. That's good. I really like that. Once again, I just want to say thank you very much for spending the time. I've actually learned a little bit about the Juniper Centre. Once again, I've been sitting with Rachel Templeton. She is the, I guess the proper words would be the executive director of the Juniper Centre. Rachel prefers to call herself as a coach due to the fact that she works with such a wonderful team. And as far as I'm concerned, your team's doing really well. I hope to see many more things come from the Juniper Centre. I'm always excited about the events that are held here. They're definitely never dull. And once again, I commend you for the amount of work that you've done in the community. Well,
and please remember, it's more than me. There's a whole team approach. There's so many of us. Like I said, if I wish I could list off all 66 of our staff and all the people we support, because that's what makes us happen. That's what keeps us going.
So that's been another episode of Project Thompson. Once again, my name is Dennis Boyle. I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much for all the support. We do have some more videos that are going to be coming. We're going to continue to meet with people in and around Thompson. We're going to focus on the positives of Thompson, the history of Thompson, and everything that we love about Thompson. So until we see you again, thank you and take care.
Cut.
One of the other things, because how you doing? You know what? You did mention a little bit about the residential. You son of a! Why you gotta come and do that?
Is that James?
Yeah, James. I love you like a brother, man, but you're ruining my mojo. What are you doing? I love you. It's often a very thankless job, I'd imagine. I mean, you put in a lot more hours than, your typical 9-to-5 job.
Yeah. It is so funny you said thankless job, because that actually happened. Oh.
Why did? Oh no!
It broke. Breaker! No, it's over.
But clearly, like, it just, I guess, we're hitting on
Oh God, you scared me. That'll be a good blooper. You scared the crap out of me. Oh, nice. Thank you, Ron. I just happened to be the one that maybe got the short end of the stick for the interview today. I mean, I know you'll cut out the ums and ahs and stuff, but I just have to make sure.
I usually try to leave them in because they're natural.
Oh.
It has to be natural. It has to,
Okay.
Because other.
I really like the idea of you B-rolling it.
Yep.
I'm going to try and say that word like 10 times tomorrow. Can we just B-roll this?
Do you actually know what it means?
No, I have no clue.